What's going on, everybody? Wanted to give a couple seconds to make sure that the live stream is good and that we are indeed, sound is coming through and everything. So if you can jump in the chat, let me know. That would be amazing. What's going on, everybody? All right, we're good. So here we are. Today is Friday, January 24th, 2020, and we're bringing back an oldie but a goodie, with a twist for the new decade. This is the Four Horsemen, Bitcoin, Ethereum, NEO, and Bitcoin Cash. Now, when I started this series back in, I believe, 2018, 2017? 2017. Been doing this almost 3 years now. When I started this series, these were like the big boys on the blockchain, right? And first thing first, when, before I even start the video, my man Jojo in the chat was like, you need to get NEO off the list. It shouldn't be on the list. Well, I'm like an old timer, man. I was here when they were still building all this stuff and announcing all these partnerships. And I remember that NEO, when it came out, one of the huge endorsements and advocations that it had was that it was actually partnered with the government of China. You know what I'm saying? To basically redo their infrastructure and build out the new civilization, protocols. And if you understand what NEO has evolved from, it used to actually be Ant Shares, which was owned by Ant Pay, which is a subsidiary of Alibaba. Again, going back to its power partners in China. So, future for blockchain technology. And today we're going to do a quick technical analysis of each of them, let you know which horse you should be putting your money on. Ideally, that package to my people in the group this morning, and only 2 of these coins are in the profit package. So if you want to know what's on there, just jump on over to bossofbitcoin.com and you can check that out for yourself. Again, bossofbitcoin.com, scroll down, profit package right here, top 7 coins to swing trade every 7 days like a boss. And we've been hitting them nail on the head with a couple trades, man. And I just released a new list today for that group. So 2 of these coins are on that list. The Four Horsemen, episode 1, January 2020. Thank you for joining me. If this is your first time tuning in, congratulations, baby. You are now rocking with the best. My name is BK, known as a crypto trader. And I'm the boss of these charts, as you will soon find out. Every day I grace this microphone with my voice is another day. You get the profit as a result. Today is no exception. So again, I'm bringing back a lot of, a lot of things that we used to do, man. We're giving away some money, some free BTC, official partnership with crypto.com, free $50. All you need to do is share this post right here, right? Share now, public. That's it. It's just that easy to get paid. And every month, I'm going to go through and give away free $50 to somebody that shares this post. That's with crypto.com. You also get a free $50 just by signing up. So you can use that link right there, BK Crypto promo, and that will take you to their page to sign up. Referral code BK, right? These guys are the real deal, making money on the blockchain, helping people, empowering the world through financial technology, fintech, the new digital money. It's cool, it's what's happening, right? And so I'll get my people in the group. This is the #1 Bitcoin group in the world, #1Bitcoin. Let's see how many people we got. We got 21,000 members right now, and I do ask questions to filter out some of the bots and trolls. So yeah, you answer them 3 questions, you'll get in, and all you have to do is share that post to be entered to win, right? Let's see if anybody else is getting in today. I think that guy get in. That's it. If you say you don't remember the price of Bitcoin, sorry, buddy. That's not good enough here, right? #1 Bitcoin group in the world. Check it out if you haven't done it already. Let's jump in the charts and see what they're talking about. I already gave you the backdrop on the Four Horsemen. You know what I'm saying? This is the cavalry. You know, that's riding in. The revelations, the revolution, the apocalypse is happening right now. The end times are upon us. And as a result, the beginning times have already started. BTC to the USD on a 343. This is the boss method. You won't find it anywhere else. It's one of the best statistical forecasting systems in the world, point blank, period. And you can learn about it on bossofbitcoin.com. Again, the profit package, I give you detailed analysis. And we also have a course that we're coming out with. So drop your email in up top if you want more information on that, right? So we can see in real time that this is indeed nearing the end of a long-term cycle. That's how you freestyle on a Fibonacci right there. Every cycle completes between the 4.2 and the 4.6. You see this one little wave of energy basically predicated all of this, right? And this is a 2-year cycle almost. Actually, no, this is a 18-month. What is it? No, 1 year, 12-month, right? But then you got another one, man. And this is the crazy part. You got another one with Bitcoin. And I need to do like a whole new video on this to where this was the first part. This is the second part. This is like a fractal of this one. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, it's like the exact same chart, you know, on a much, much smaller scale, right? Exact same chart on a much, much smaller scale. So what's happening when we jump down up in here? It's the exact same chart on a much, much smaller scale, right? So Bitcoin, you know, this is when you want to be greedy, when other people are fearful. A lot of people aren't talking about Bitcoin right now. It's not breaking all-time highs. I tell you what, the CJBs and everybody, you know, squawking on the street, they all gonna be squawking once we get above 12,000, right? That's because we'll be back in the bigger fractal and it will be, you know, running, and alt season will be upon us, but that's not right now. Right now we're struggling, you know, to break 8,500. We haven't seen it, but inside of Bitcoin, you have these 3 different price points at the intersections, again, of the 7 and 77. These are the harmonic nodes which resonate throughout the proliferation of energy inside this chart. So you got one there, you got one there, and you got one there, right? Oh, I moved the wrong one. Copy and paste it, boom, boom, right? Those are basically the 3 levels of this quick energy, right? Of this quick energy, of this quick cycle right now. And when you turn the candles on, you can see that we just barely nicked that thing right there. That's how you know it holds up, right? And so although we are under that price level, you have a quick stop, a quick support. Guess where it comes? It comes at the intersection right there, right? So more than likely, we will be staying north of, take that one off for now, north of $8,100. That will give the market a chance to recover, to rebound, you know. And I tell you, there's 3 parts to any cycle: break out, break down, flatline. We're going to flatline on that 87. We got some strong support from the whales and the 231 coming up over time. And that way, midway through February, probably right around Valentine's Day, we'll be able to get a pop to retest this $9,100 level. BTC, this is definitely a buying opportunity for Bitcoin. This is a continuation pattern to where it broke out quick, you know. Let me see if I get my triangle. Broke out quick. It's going to come back down like that. Flat line. And then you'll probably get another triangle just like that. That'll take us through March, right? And that's how it works, people. It's literally fractals, energy continuating upon itself, infinite repetition, you know, and dissemination of the same currency, right? So Bitcoin definitely looks good as long as we are north of, I'd say, 78, 77. This thing will continue to go higher before it goes lower. Next up, let's jump on Bitcoin Cash, BCH, right? BCH had a monster run. And I'm talking, this thing literally led the market in 2020. I think it went up. Oh, by the way, the boss method gave you the buy signal before half the market even woke up to it. And that was back there, right? If you would have bought right there, your price would have been about 0.82. And you would still be in on this thing. This thing, I don't think it's done yet. It's up 36% in a month. It's crazy, right? But one thing we could do, we don't have that much information on the 333. So let's jump down to a 77, and now you start to see these different price levels again that are built into the chart. There, and now up here. This is the area I want to focus on because this is the most relevant for the data that we're given right now. This is basically a barrier, right? Psychological barrier. When you do a Fibonacci, you can see that that price in itself on the high end is more or less our 4.2 to 4.6. So essentially, when we break through that level, we will be coming into the beginning of a new cycle, right? And so this is basically the area where the floors become the ceilings and the ceilings become the floors. How do I know that? Well, you have this section of the chart right over here to where it tested it and it failed, right? But then it came up and it held it and it succeeded. So this is literally, this line is like limbo land, right? And so now we're trying to retest it. We're trying to hold on. So as long as we stay north of, let's see, where was that Fibonacci again? As long as we stay north of this line, then we will continue to go higher before we go lower. You can cool off. This thing is completing a new cycle, but as long as you're above the 3.2, then when the next wave comes in, it's going to be a big one, and it's basically going to launch this thing into a whole new cycle, right? And you can look for that to happen. This could be a long cool down, but you can look, again, Valentine's Day, somewhere in there, right? We could have a fall off here. You know, you could have a flat line. I don't see Bitcoin running in the next week or so, so I don't expect it to do that and stay above that line. So essentially, you have kind of like this dead space that needs to fill between, you know, now and the middle of February. I tell you, Valentine's Day, the massacre, the Valentine's Day massacre. These charts are about to be murdered with green. You know what I'm saying? I play it up to be openly optimistic always. You know, even when people were saying Bitcoin was dead, it was going down like 3,200. I said, no. I said, no. As long as we stay above this level, as long as we stay above, 52, I think at the time, then we wouldn't be falling. But if we would have crossed 48, then yeah, we would have been down like 36, 34, you know, but that didn't happen. And so now we keep playing it to the up. What's going on, people? It's good to see you. Spliff Stars in the building. Michelangelo, hello. Crypto Motive, peace and blessings, wholeness and balanced vibrations to my conscious family out there. Let's keep this thing on wheels and keep on rolling with which one? Ethereum. I haven't shown Ethereum all year, right? And so we go and look at a long-term chart on Ethereum. This thing just has been beat down, you know, kicked in his chest, rolling in the dirt, you know, nothing going good. Let's take Ethereum on like Coinbase. Because I think they give way more data. It's just a longer chart. Because when Ethereum first listed, it came out on Coinbase. Look at that. Goodness gracious. There it goes. So, definitely not the glory days of 2017. Oh, by the way, you know, or the glory days of 2018. But again, we're working with what we got here. I want to look at F to the BTC because you can't go to Walmart and buy Ethereum for dollars yet. So we're going to trade it for blockchain equity, and that would be Bitcoin. Let me see. Can I get Coinbase to do Bitcoin? Coinbase don't do Bitcoin? right? And so essentially with ETH, this thing is nearing a dovetail, right? You have this long breakdown, right? Basically like right there. But then built inside of that, you have these different levels of support. This was a big one, and this surprised a lot of people in the market. When the whole market dropped last summer, you know, when Bitcoin went from like 6,000 to like 3,800, that shocked everybody, including me, because I was expecting this was like the moment of truth for the whole market. So I don't think that's necessarily Ethereum's fault. That's the CJB's fault for deciding to take all their money out at exactly the right time, or at least half their money, you know, and more or less half the entire market. Again, this is with respect to Bitcoin. So this is basically the equity that Ethereum has relative to the price of Bitcoin, right? And that was a pivotal point that basically crushed the market, right? And so we're trying to recover from that, but you can see those energy averages are starting to come back together. And so another big move is coming for Ethereum. And I'm one to be optimistic, and again, to look at the benefits as opposed to the detriments. And so when I see this, I see that all of these averages are just sitting there again inside that little bitty box. And I tell you, when all those three moving averages come together, that is indeed when lightning strikes. So that's when you want to be looking at, you know, a buying opportunity when there's low risk, high reward. Now, is there a chance that we could fall and the market could cut in half? Yes, absolutely. But that's not very likely. It's like anything can happen at any given time, but when it hasn't happened, then you rule it out as a possibility in your near and dear future, right? And when you look inside this thing, when you drop down to a 77, one of the things I start to like even more is that you have this slight uptrend here, right? You can literally just start to connect, you know, the bottoms. I don't like to do that. That's the top channel. Oh, there it's going to be. Right? This is basically our channel for Ethereum, right? And so as long as we're above this line, it's going to be good. Now, what's going to happen, we're going to flatline here, and it's going to have to make a choice. Either it's going to have to break up to retest this higher boundary up here, or it's going to have to break down and confirm this one as a floor, right? But it shouldn't go lower than that. And that's what I'm saying. This little flux zone, this little flux zone right there, you see again where you get these retests. You get that little peak getting tested, that little floor being confirmed. That's why I said, even if we drop, we should still catch right there around 1860. Right? So Ethereum, I think, is relatively low risk, relatively high reward, playing it to the up, knowing that you have these quick interdependent channels that will continue the flow. And then the last up I definitely wanted to touch on was NEO. I haven't talked about NEO again, probably, in months. But this one, has also been beat down. Everything, when you go back on the daily, has been highly suppressed. But again, when the three averages come together, that's when you start to get a new cycle. And then also when you start to look at this thing, look at that. You can't make this stuff up, right? That's just 0 to 1, intersection to high point. And you get this dovetail to 6-4. A lot of people don't even know. 6-4 is basically the macro end. The end. And after that, we got this nice little pop. So this shows that NEO could indeed be starting a new long-term channel. This goes back all the way to 2018, right? So NEO is indeed trying to reverse itself and become prominent again in the marketplace. And I think that's why it's often thrown off the books when it comes to a lot of technical analysis, a lot of, consideration, like, oh, it's not Tezos, oh, it's not Chainlink, oh, it's not XTZ. But yeah, it's NEO. It's been here. It's the one. You know what I'm saying? NEOONE. It is the one. Previously known as Ant Shares, previously owned by Alibaba. There is no bigger company in the world, no bigger corporation in the world. It is the one. So please don't forget. You know what I'm saying? And if you're an investor, it's hard to go wrong when coins look like this, because you literally have a floor, a macro floor that has been locked in for the better part of 6 months. That's kind of supporting the whole economy, right? So it's a difference. This is the difference. It's a difference between investing and trading, right? And so on this channel, I focus on trading. And so that's what I wanted to compare these horses, say which one is going to win the race this week, not which one is going to win the most triple crowns over the course of the next 20 years, right? I don't want to wait 20 years to get paid. I want to get paid this week. Right? And so that's what I did on the profit package. I took 2 of these coins, and put them on the profit package specifically based off the insight and the analysis that I just gave you guys today. So if you are indeed in the chat, the live chat, shout your country out. Let's show the people some love that's been rocking out with us. If you want to see a chart real quick, we got a little bit of time left. I could do that for you. Yeah, man, I'm just happy to be back, man. It's 2020 January. Go back to my videos in October. I said between January and March is when we'll start to see this thing turn around. And that is indeed what has happened. Basically bottomed out, on this channel. Still have critical support here at 6,000. I don't think we're going to need it. But there is a slim chance. And here's the other thing. So let's do this real quick. Actually, I like those a lot. Maybe I'll do a separate video on this now that I just saw it. So there is a slim chance. See how kind of have like this parabolic effect, right? There's a slim chance we could be doing the same thing over here if it is indeed a fractal, complete fractal, right? Now sometimes the problem with fractals is you don't know which way it's happening until after it's gone, because this could just be an uptrend fractal to where we complete it, but it's like on the slope, you know what I'm saying? And that's the problem. You really don't know until after it's over which one it's filling out. Right? So if this does happen, then I would say the new bottom becomes, and this is like worst case scenario of Bitcoin. Actually, this would be the new bottom. The new bottom would be right there. That's like worst case scenario Bitcoin. 5,000 in May. Right now we're 8,400, right? Yeah, I'm gonna do a video on that. I really like that chart. That's like worst case scenario for BTC. Right. That's pretty cool, guys. For everybody that don't know, that is how you chart like a boss. You know what I'm saying? So let me actually see, because I'm doing these videos now. And I used to give out a playlist that you guys could watch. Yeah, if you just type in chart like a boss on YouTube, this playlist should still come up. You watch the first couple episodes of this, and that'll get you set up. Look at that, man. 35,000 views. You know what I'm saying? You can't beat it. This is free money for the people forever, based through simple mathematics, fractal forecasting, and harmonic numerology. Is a beautiful thing, you know? And we got the Four Horsemen leading the damn apocalypse going into Revelations. It's beautiful, right? BK, are you still in Atlanta? No, I'm not, man. I'm on the West Coast, man. West Coast is the best coast. It's warmer out here. You know, ATL, man, they was spraying them chemtrails, putting up them 5G towers. I couldn't do it. I had to get up out of there. Even though West Coast ain't really no better with regards to all that. It was just, I was literally living like 5 minutes off the freeway. Not even 5 minutes, like literally 500 feet. They put up these two big cancer towers like right there. You know, and after a while, it was bad. Like, I couldn't even be in that apartment anymore. Okay, so let's see what coin you guys want to see. Norway, my man Olaf in Norway. BSV, please. We just did. Oh, we did BCH, BSV. All right, fine. BSV. Let's see for the BSV. BSV to Bitcoin. I try to do it. Oh, it's not on Binance. This is the one that is on Binance, right? Because old buddy got in a Twitter battle with the CEO of Binance, and he delisted him. Well, that hurts it in itself. Put it this way. I really don't chart coins that aren't on Binance because, again, China is winning, and Binance is basically the gateway for the altcoins into the world, right? And it's proof that the other exchanges are highly manipulated. Not saying that Binance isn't, but if you, for example, Bitfinex, if you follow this guy on Twitter, Bitfinex, like FINNEXED, let's see. He literally goes in and shows like the crimes that are committed almost on a daily basis with Bitfinex. So if Bitfinex is like the number one exchange for any given coin, then more than likely I will not be charting or owning any given coin, whatever coin that happens to be, BSV included. Now it does have a huge economy and its own technology, blah, 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 blah. But you know, if it's not on, it's like claiming you're a good football player, your best football player, but you ain't on nobody's NFL team, you know, but you ain't got no championship. You ain't playing in the Super Bowl. You know, claiming your team is the best in the NFL, but you're not playing in the Super Bowl. Like, the best teams are on the best exchange, and the best exchange is Binance, point blank, period. Probably from here, probably for the next at least 5 years, you know, until one of these decentralized exchanges take it over. But by the end, Bitcoin will be mainstream adopted and, you know, $1 million plus. But also Binance would have made $100 billion on that million. And so it's like, they'll probably buy the exchange that competes with them. Because at this point, you don't compete, you know, with your competitor, you buy them out, you know, and pay them to stop beating you. Right. So that's my long story short of saying BSV. Yeah, my man Michael John Scott said it's poop. Right. I'll be in Vegas in 3 weeks for the races. Yeah, man, hit me up. That's where I'm at. Cali be on the heavy spray too. Yes, they do. It's crazy, man. You go like 30 minutes. I remember I drove to like Hoover Dam, right? And so you actually leave the city, right? But like when you're coming back, you don't know it when you're in it. But you can literally see it's like a fog film over the city. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, you know, the amount of crap that is in the air right on top of people. You know, I don't want to get too much off topic, but, you know, just like move around. Go. But then when you go to these different countries, they don't have it. I went to Iceland. You know what I'm saying? It was beautiful. I went to Colombia. I could see the sky. The sky was blue in Colombia. When the last time you saw a damn blue sky? You know? In Colombia. It's beautiful. The trees were green. Like emerald green. You know? Brazil. Same thing. Right? Not so much in Atlanta. Not so much in Los Angeles. Not so much in Las Vegas. Right? So on that note, I think we'll end it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. If you appreciate me, hit that thumbs up button if you haven't done it already. Let's see who we got rocking out in the chat with us. India is in the building. My man Olaf from Norway. San Diego. My man Big Alan Watt. Boss walking on the West Coast. Poke the Fox. Appreciate you. Logical Feels on the West Coast. Stay healthy, you know. Get you some colloidal silver and some chlorophyll, you know, and some liquat, you know. Got to use these roots. Stay healthy out here. BK's Instagram travel's been fun. I see. Hey, man, I'm just trying to live my best life, man. You know, I traded a lot to get here right now, so I'm just trying to make it work. Make it worth it, right? #1 Bitcoin group in the world. If you haven't joined it already, boss of Bitcoin.com. I can't stress to you how much, it's been a joy to work with people all over the world, empowering their lives financially, teaching this knowledge that has been given to me. And that's why I do this. So we have free crypto trading communities. Again, you could click this link on TradingView. Follow me on there, BD Kelly 1203. I already told you the Facebook group. Let me see, do we got anybody sharing the post? Because again, free $50. Cash money, and by cash I mean crypto. All you need to do is share this post right there. 3 people shared. My man Big Mark, appreciate it. So this is one of the things we're going to start doing again. For some reason I just stopped it for a while, but I definitely want to get you guys involved and if I gotta pay you to do it, that's what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So there we go. And then of course the profit package, again, top 7 coins to swing trade every 7 days. Only 2 of these coins are on the list. We got Bitcoin Cash, NEO, and Ethereum. Only 2 of those coins are on that list. I just sent the list out this morning, so it's hot off the press. Make sure you get it. That way you stay informed, empowered, aware, on the blockchain. It's all about helping people each one, reach one, teach one. With that being said, everybody, it's that time of the day. Signing out. Boss. Boy BK, no matter where you stay. Brazil to Bay, California, all the way back out through Jerk. Money. Good night, good morning, and good day. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for your time. Like, subscribe, and share this video. Do that for me if you appreciate mine. Till we meet again. Stay cryptic, y'all. Peace.